To replace my incredibly rusted BMW Z3, I have purchased what might be the best German convertible ever made, a 1990 Mercedes 500 SL. You aren't allowed to call this a 500 SL though. Mercedes nerds will get super mad at you. Instead, you call this an R129, and damn, she's a beauty. This is widely considered the pinnacle of Mercedes over-engineering. And the designer of this car, Bruno Sacco, who's responsible for the entire era of the best Mercedes ever built, called this the most perfect car. At least the most perfect car when it left the factory. Here's what happened the first time I tried to start it after buying it.
Oh no. What did we just purchase?
Yeah, it has some issues. But it does at least start up pretty good now. Just simply driving it around has been incredible for the start.
The car fixed itself. That's the end of this episode. See ya.
Yep, it is pretty sick though. Before we get into all the issues though, why do I think this is the perfect car to restore on the channel? Well, for one, it looks incredible. This is in signal red with a beige interior, and I have wanted one of these ever since seeing it rip around in the ludicrous rollout music video. It also came with the factory hard top, which looks sick and increases the chassis rigidity at the expense of an extra 80 pounds. To open the hood, the latch is underneath the Mercedes logo, and this isn't how far it goes up. Oh, Andy, can you push the latch on the other side?
Like this?
Yeah.
All right. Pressing it.
Oh, would you look at that? So much room to work on this right here. The M119, which is a 5-liter V8, and it is considered one of Mercedes' most reliable engines ever. Basically, Mercedes took a 60s V8, gave it an aluminum block, 4 valves per cylinder, variable valve timing, and that produces 322 horsepower. And my butt dyno says it hasn't lost many of those in the last 36 years.
I know that's pretty accurate.
Yeah, there is a lot of promising stuff in here. Like the engine air filters look almost brand new. Also, the spark plugs, the distributor cables, and the distributor itself were just replaced, which is awesome because those are known to be very finicky in these. The valve covers are leaking a bit, although otherwise it seems to be in really good condition. We did have a cold start problem when I first got it, but just simply throwing some fuel system cleaner in it and driving around seems to have totally cleared that up. Before we start fixing things in the engine bay though, I just want to lift it up and make sure there's no surprises underneath. Also, Andy, you should look at how luxurious the jacking points are on this.
Hot damn.
Yeah, there's like 7 of them around here. Looking under here, I see virtually zero rust. This was originally a California car, and you can tell. We can see right here that there's just no rear muffler at all. The previous owner is going to drop it off later this week along with the hardtop stand, but I don't think I'm going to reinstall it just because right now it sounds sweet. Like, it isn't even loud. We have 2 massive mufflers on it already, but I do want to put something on here to get the exhaust gases out because the trunk heats up and it melted my Girl Guide cookies. No, Andy, no.
There you go. It's
no,
red.
Absolutely not.
It matched the pint.
No. Under here, I see barely any leaks, like the transmission's good, rear main seal looks good, head gaskets look good. All that I see is the power steering's leaking a bit and those valve covers. Now, the last owner did say that it just passed a smoke test, so let's see if that's true. To smoke test an R129, you first want to remove the engine air filters. Then you want to put a glove right over this thing. Oh, I hope this stretches enough. Secure that on there with some zip ties. Then remove the brake booster line using a 19. This is our fancy new smoke testing machine, and you just want to plug this into the battery, but the battery in this is in the rear, so Andy, can you pull in your Integra?
Oh my God, sure.
Now we can just simply connect this to the brake booster line, and with any luck, we don't see smoke coming out of anywhere because I have 0 plans on how to fix that. Is that around the injectors? I was afraid of that. Apparently these are pretty bad for leaking around the injectors.
On both sides?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of wish we hadn't done that and I could have just been ignorant, but I guess we're gonna have to figure out how to stop the injectors from leaking. In the meantime though, let's replace the valve cover gaskets. Just marking down which lead goes to what cylinder so that we don't accidentally totally screw up the engine later. This wire cover needs to come off. A bit of penetrant. Covers can get removed. Oh, there we go. Now I think we're good to just start undoing bolts. If these strip, we have a really bad day, and if they don't, we're good, and that one was just loose. Apparently there's one that's short and one that's long, and we need to make sure we know where those go.
Just use a rack or a piece of paper, then you know where they go.
To get at this bolt, we need to remove these fuel lines. Here we just use a 17, and with any luck, fuel doesn't spray everywhere. Oh.
No fuel.
Yeah, fuel didn't spray everywhere. Excellent.
Oh no.
Oh, now that's easy to get to. Kneepec sent us a bunch of pliers and stuff, which is sick, because these things are the best. You know, I'm actually kind of surprised that this just came off and was fine. I ordered a whole bunch of new like vacuum hoses and stuff because everyone online was just like, dude, replace them. They're gonna break when you take them off. But I guess we could have reused this.
Lucky.
Get off. Oh.
Is that gonna break? All right. Sweet.
Oh, that's kind promising. There we go. I hope it looks good in here. Oh, and it does. Oh, not a problem now that I know the 2 flathead technique. You like my repair job that I did over the weekend, Andy?
Oh, that's what you did?
Yeah. It was really broken. Perfect.
Looks pretty good.
Yeah, I dig it. While we're in here, we can look at the cams and see that there's only a single profile. That's because although this does have variable valve timing, it isn't fancy variable valve timing like VTEC. So when we hit 4,000 RPM and we hit the variable valve timing changeover, it just simply advances those cams 20 degrees instead of changing the entire profile. Now everything just needs a clean and we should be good to put the valve covers back on. Just the tiniest dab of RTV right where like different parts meet. I'm going to say it's really important to make sure that you check that it's not lost its seal and twisted itself anywhere while you put it on. And it did do exactly that, so that's why you check. Please tell me it's in the right spot now. All right, 4th time's the charm. I got it on without the gasket mangling itself in the back. Yay! Now these bolts get torqued to 10 Newton meters in a star pattern. Oh, the paint's peeling. Oh.
No.
Huge thanks to Fanttik for sponsoring today's video. While driving around, there are 2 problems I'm sure you'll encounter at some point: a tire pressure warning light and so many crumbs you'd swear your kid started a bakery in the back seat. And we have the solution to both of those with the Fanttik X9 Apex portable tire inflator and the slim V8 Apex portable car vacuum. The X9 Apex can inflate 5 PSI in just 35 seconds and can top up to 27 tires on a single charge. It's compact enough to live in your trunk without taking up precious space, and it does way more than just inflate tires too. It doubles as a flashlight, emergency light, and even a power bank, so you're covered in every situation. The slim V8 Apex vacuum packs an 80,000 RPM brushless motor that provides 19 kilopascals of suction power. It also comes with a whack load of different accessories and doubles as a blower. Weighing in at only 1.1 pounds, this is half the weight of the bottle of oil that I always keep in my trunk anyway, making sure that you can carry it wherever you go and you can use it whenever you need to. So don't wait, check these out at the links below and use our codes to get an exclusive discount. The valve covers are back on and it is looking fantastic here. Now, one of the things that's been really bugging me is the fact that the accessory belt just squeals for like 5 minutes upon startup, and it's not just annoying, but it's also super embarrassing just driving around like for the first 5 minutes. If your accessory belt is squealing, it's probably one of 3 things. Either it's just old and worn, it's not tight enough, or one of the accessories, like one of these pulleys in here, is not spinning quite good enough, and maybe it's just causing squeal that way. So let's investigate. On this car, the accessory belt tensioner is right down here. So you first loosen this 19, and then there's an adjustment screw up on top that allows you to tighten or loosen it. Hit on there. There we go. Okay, just loosen that 19. Oh, just gonna give the adjustment screw a real loosen here, and then maybe we can just see if everything's happy. Now, of course, before you take this off, take like 20 photos to make sure that you know how it goes back on. If you get that wrong, you'll have a really bad day. By the way, Jordan's here. You guys were annoyed last time when we didn't introduce him, so he works at HPA and owns multiple ship boxes that are all in various states of disrepair.
Yeah, so that's the way. Did we take photos of this actually, or did you just talk about it?
Oh yeah, I took a bunch.
Okay, good. Well, it's out now.
Nice.
I don't really like the look of those threads though.
No, not at all. Well, here's the tensioner. The bearing still doesn't seem happy, and if it was in stock anywhere, I would just simply replace it, but that's not an option. So I guess we're just gonna clean it up, repack some grease in it, and hope for the best.
So there's definitely some aluminum left in this bolt, which is not a good sign. But Maximum has this wicked tap and die set, that has this awesome quick change handle that made me chasing that very fast and easy.
Just gonna send it with the white lithium grease and it'll be good as new. After blowing some junk out with the compressed air, we're just gonna run a tap in there, and with any luck, the bolt will now go in and come out, and we don't have a really, really bad time when we have to replace that belt tensioner in the future.
I don't like how much stuff just came out on that. I'm getting the feeling that we're just cleaning up a mess.
All right, I think the threads have successfully been tapped. As far as we can tell, the problem was just simply that the last shop that worked on this put the bolt back in while it was dirty and like impacted it home, and that completely mangled the threads. So that's why we always recommend to clean all of your bolts or just get new ones, because otherwise the next person that's in there will have to deal with crap like this. I accidentally put way too much blue Loctite on there, but that's probably for the best given the threads. And one thing that's really fun is we check Pelican parts for how this adjuster goes on, and then I looked at the photos that I took earlier and it was put on incorrectly before, so maybe that's also why the threads weren't so good. Frig, other people working on cars. We don't even know what the hell we're doing, and we somehow do a better job all the time. Tensioner's back on correctly this time, and the belt's back on. Should we fire up and see if it squeals?
Let's do it.
I have a sneaking suspicion this isn't gonna work, but we'll see. No squealing! Amazing! With this all back together, I think it's time to give her an oil change. Changing your engine oil is normally a cheap and easy way to just ensure engine will be running well for a long time. Although in this Mercedes, it's just an easy way. We have 8 liters of the stuff, so it wasn't very cheap. We are going to remove the drain plug and drain it from down below eventually, but because it's such an asinine amount of oil, we want to suck from the top first using a nice little oil extractor. All right.
Give it a little brake clean spritz, and she cleans out fairly easily.
Now we can take out the drain plug.
There we go.
Some extra lubrication for your ratchet as well. Now we can undo the oil filter that's just on the side of the engine here. A little pull thingy on here. Oh, come on. Oh. There we go. Nice. No metallic surprises in the oil filter. That's what we want to see. The filter comes with a couple of O-rings that we need to replace here. There we go, very nice. Now the drain plug can go in with a new little crush washer. That gets torqued to 29.5 foot-pounds, which honestly is tighter than I would have put it, but sure, we'll do it correctly. Now the filter can go in. Andy spent a bunch of our YouTube money on this fancy ass oil fill thing.
Come on, it's like essential, eh?
It is pretty sick.
Man, look at this. You have, you know, a valve to control it. And look at that. Do you have to be here and hold it? No, you don't. And you see it has measurement, so you can be extra precise.
Andy, this better work awesome. Okay, it is working pretty good.
Look at that, how sick is that?
You forgot something.
Oh, there's a filter too?
And it'll hold your bottle, I think.
Wow.
Or stab the thing so it empties on its own.
And we have all the other brands as well. Holy crap.
And I even sorted it from import to domestic. I don't know.
Thank you, Jordan.
You're welcome.
Motul, sponsor us. The fluids for this car are so expensive. That was 7 liters, and looking at the dipstick, oh, we're actually about good there. We'll go for a drive around the block and verify that it's all good later, but first, transmission oil. Now we're going to drain the transmission oil and, we need to measure all of the oil that comes out of here because these are super sensitive to the amount of oil in it and it will not work properly if you put the wrong amount in. It might actually destroy itself. So we need to figure out how much comes out and put that much back in. Wow, it looks fresh. I'm gonna use a 13 to get the transmission oil pan off, and with any luck these bolts come out, because if they don't, we're just gonna give up and we're not gonna go too crazy. That one was good at least. I need something to do this faster. I am not patient enough. We're not going to be able to fully drain the transmission. To do that, you need to drain the torque converter, which is not particularly difficult. There's just a little bolt on it and you need to drop it out down here, but this exhaust is exactly in the way, which was not the case in the cars that I saw online. So we're not gonna worry about that. Looking at the bolts on this exhaust, they're rusted all to hell, so if we try and take it off, it's never going back on. I am using impact for this, but I'm cracking them all by hand just to make sure that we're not gonna end up with a tragedy. Now, pro tip, I'm on the last bolt over here and it's the furthest one from the drain plug. I'm just going to half take it out here, and then the whole drain tips over like this and you get a bunch of stuff that was in your oil pan out into your oil collector thing. What's this called?
Oil pan.
Sure. We can tell that the transmission filter has already been done because it has this little thingy right here. It's like a tiny fluid damper. And in the 1990 cars, those didn't exist yet. They didn't arrive until later. So, you know, this isn't original, but we're replacing it. 3 Phillips to get the filter down. Okay. Yeah, it looks pretty decent. It's like it won't hate getting replaced. Again, just catch all of the fluid so you know how much to put back in. Old gasket can leave, and then this is gonna get a really nice clean.
Brake Clean, sponsor us, please.
You have another can, we're almost out. New gasket is going on. You can see the transmission dipstick's just right here. It's so sick that Mercedes gave us that. Now they won't even give you a freaking dipstick for your engine, dickheads. New filter can go in. Now we can pour the transmission oil in here, see how much we have, and also we can get the filter screw that I accidentally dropped into this. You know, it doesn't look as good when it's like that.
There it is.
Aha! This can go back on now. Something like, you know, that. These drain pan bolts get torqued to 8 Newton meters. There we go. And the drain plug is 14 Newton meters. For ATF, we need some stuff that complies with Mercedes-Benz 236.11, which this does, and that means it was pretty expensive, so I'm really glad that we didn't get to drain all of it. We removed about 3.2 liters of the stuff from it. Oh, so we're gonna put in 3 and then see how it's looking.
Oh, stop. I don't know if your injectors are gonna leak anymore. They're well lubricated now, Alex.
So we want to hit the bottom mark while it's cold, and then when it's hot, hit the top mark. Before we turn it on and make sure that the fluids are all good, I need to do something that I have been dying to do. Give this a clean. Look at that Mercedes logo, all cockeyed. Take that out, it's great. Oh, yes. Oh, become clean. This isn't necessary at all, but we have this Cerakote trim coat restoration kit. I just want to see what it does to this. Might be so shiny. Oh, I don't think there's any chance this is ever going all the way back in. Oh no. We just need to make a new one. We can see here the difference between the one that had the trim restoration and the one that didn't. Not a massive difference, but it certainly looks better. Alrighty. There's still lots of cleaning to do, but for a 36-year-old car, like, holy frig, it's cleaning up some nice. That's on how many tries it takes to get her to go?
2.
Two seems to be about what it's doing these days. There we go.
Hey, got it.
Now go through the gears, there's reverse. It's kind of looking like it's overfilled.
Shouldn't be. You checked it before, right?
I did not.
Oh, here we go.
Has it just been overfilled for ages? That would be cool.
Drive it home, let it sit, and check it.
Yeah, the first bit of the engine restoration has been a success. I do have some injector seals in the mail, so we'll do those later, but it's running better than ever, and we have a check engine light now. Great. One thing that really drew me to the R129 is the fact that this thing is actually shockingly safe. Many cars from the early 90s are just literal death traps when you're going around with a bunch of SUVs that are all obscenely heavy, whereas this right here has a bunch of safety innovations that should make me have a much better chance. Like right here is the world's first auto-deploying roll hoop. So if this thing gets hit or starts to flip, it will pop up in under 1/3 of a second, or if you don't trust a 36-year-old safety system, you can just simply put it up on its own, although it fails in the upright position, so I'm just gonna leave it down. Around back, we have these ridges on the taillights that don't just look sick, but apparently greatly increase light output when they're dirty or there's snow on them. The driver and the passenger both get airbags, which is very rare in a car of this age. And we have a seatbelt that's integrated into the seat, and it goes up and down with the headrest, if that worked. It has both ABS and traction control to make sure you're not sliding around when you don't want to. Also headlight wipers and wash fluid right here, as well as a windshield wiper that extends as it goes across the windshield to cover more surface area than 2 wipers together. Oh, like, have you ever seen a windshield wiper that can get as much coverage of the window as this? I don't think so. Yeah, the windshield wiper doesn't work.
Did you steal that from show?
No, it came with the car.
Wow, matching color.
Like right now, when I turn on the windshield wiper, it gets about that far, and then the fuse blows. Wait, why is it working now?
It's a mystery. Well, guess we solved that problem.
Well, I genuinely don't know why it's working right now, but I'll tell you what I did to make it work. What was originally happening was the second that I turn on the windshield wipers, this fuse right here would blow. First, I lubricated the windshield wiper. Then I cleaned the contacts on the relay that's down in here, but the fuse was still blowing, so I figured that there was a short inside of the motor for the headlight wipers, and I disconnected those. Everything started working. I reconnected them for this video, expecting it to just blow the fuse again, and I don't know why it's not. I have no clue. But it seems like those still don't work, so maybe I'll just disconnect them in case they short themselves out again. Moving to the interior, the condition of everything in here is exceptional for a 36-year-old car, and it makes sense, especially once we look at the odometer, which currently is at 13,000 kilometers. Of course, that isn't the real mileage. This dash was swapped out for one with kilometers per hour when it was imported here from the States, but the actual mileage is still only about 68,000 kilometers, which for a 36-year-old car is incredibly low, and that explains why things like the seats are still in such good condition. I did obsessively detail the interior over the weekend, but it arrived quite clean anyway, so it was more so just for me. But there are a couple of small things in here. Like if we look at the HVAC, you need to push this in to actually see the temperature, but I'm not too concerned about that because it turns out the AC blows really cold. There's one thing that's been annoying me a little bit though. This armrest right here, when you go to open it, the top just comes right off. This should be a really easy fix though, because the bolts are just sitting down in here. I did tighten these up once and they have since fallen out. So the real question is, do we want them to not fall out or never fall out?
Never.
First, I want to give this sliding track just a bit of lubrication. Oh, way better. All right, you're never coming out again. There we go. Oh, look at that. Opens up no problem. And in there, I have a solution for another problem. When the parking brake is applied, you normally just pull here, but wow, that's not too great. But Mercedes thought of that, and by grabbing the pliers that are in the OEM toolkit, you can see this is official Mercedes-Benz pliers, we can get the parking brake off. What a flawless system. Now, one thing that has been annoying me is that although the power seats work, the motors sound really unhappy. Let's see if we can solve that. There we go. Now I should be able to just kind of pull up on it. Oh, there we go.
Oh, that's it.
On the back of the seat, I removed 3 Torx T25 bolts and now should be able to push down on the seat back and just have the whole thing come out. Damn, that was easy. In here, we can see this obscenely over-engineered seat that Mercedes has made. Because the seat belt is inside of the seat itself, this thing needs to be insanely strong so that in a car accident, it doesn't just fold on you. So all of this right here is a great big piece of cast magnesium. One thing that really sucks though is that this handle on the side doesn't do anything. Wait, why is it working now?
That's the theme of this video.
Okay, well, I guess all that I needed to do to fix it was just take the seat back off. Wait, why do you work now? You weren't before. This just did nothing. Well, sometimes things just solve themselves.
Not the Z3.
Oh, that has such a good solution. I solved every problem with the Z3. It's all just right here. Okay, watch. This one right here, it's not working at all. I swear to God, if we just open this up and it starts working. Underneath the release handle is a T20. And now this cover should be able to come off. For removing 3 more T20s, hopefully the entire back of this chair can come off. Oh, there we go. And finally, this whole back piece can come off. All of that came off for 2 reasons. I'm hoping I can fix the slider for this to go up and down. Probably unlikely, but also this clip on the top is broken and the whole thing just moves around willy-nilly. Yeah, kind of as I suspected, the plastic gear that's inside of the belt tensioner up and down is just completely gonzo, and I don't think we need to fix that today, but we can fix this guy up here. All of the bits that move in here can get a nice bit of lube. Fix this bit right here so it doesn't just keep on moving around. You guessed it, we're using JB Weld. I can just get clamped in place. Oh, it's blowing apart, of course it is. The other side is also broken, so it's getting the same fix. The glue is set and the seats are back together, but I realized once I put the seat back on, this handle no longer worked. And as far as I can tell, that's just simply because the cable has stretched over a really long amount of time. There's some adjustment here. Adjustment didn't help. So here's my solution. I added a couple washers to this side of the cable, and with any luck, that takes up the slack and it works. Hell yeah, that's so much better. Now, it does sound kind of, but it turns out that's just the leather, so there's not much we can do about it.
There's one bucket seat.
No. Everything else in the interior seems to work, like we have an electronic steering wheel.
Wait,
very
what?
nice. Yeah, it's pretty sweet, but Andy, look at this. See the rear view mirror? That's also electronic.
What?
Yeah, this thing's so stupidly overbuilt.
Extra fancy, but you can still move it by hand.
No, you can't. It's just a bit loose. One thing that I sadly don't have is the stock head unit. I really want to get one in the future so that it really fits in here, but for now this Pioneer one, well, it sucks, if I'm honest. One thing we haven't discussed yet though is this big red button. You might have noticed that although this is convertible, there's no visible soft top here, and that's because the R129 has the world's first fully automated soft top. Being the world's first fully automatic soft top, it is an obscenely complicated system. Under the spare tire, we have this hydraulic pump right here, which pressurizes the fluid to 2,600 PSI. That hydraulic fluid is then pushed through 12 hydraulic cylinders to actuate the soft top that goes up and over. Each one of those hydraulic cylinders has 2 little O-rings that hold back that 2,600 PSI, and they are famous for going bad. A particularly nasty one is that there's 2 hydraulic cylinders up here, and if those O-rings go bad, they can spray hydraulic fluid all over the occupants.
Elegant.
All that I know about the ones in this is the previous owner said that they are completely destroyed. Now, if you just take this to a shop and get them rebuilt, it's going to be around $4,000 for the entire operation. Which is how I managed to score such a nice R129 for a reasonable price. I think for the sake of the viewers though, we need to just press the button and see what happens. Oh my God.
It's doing it.
It is doing it. She's struggling, she's struggling. Oh, it's going. No way.
Wow. And? She's stuck. That's pretty sick.
What the fuck, it works.
What? Oh, Oh, shit!
No!
It's peeing.
All right, let's put that away and never do it again.
Yeah.
That is so promising though. There's a ton of limit switches and wires and electronics that could potentially go wrong with that. And it looks like we just have to redo some seals, and that's content, baby. Look, I didn't get hydraulic fluid all over the interior, so I'm considering this a huge win. Oh my God, there's so much. Could be worse, could be worse.
At least it's not on your face.
Yep. Oh man, I dumped almost the entire reservoir on the ground. Tiny bit more leaked out and probably would have destroyed the pump. Fortunately, with the tools in the back, particularly this one, I'm able to operate the soft top manually. It just takes a really long time. Before we're done here, I have my first modification to do. The R129 has what I believe is the world's first windscreen in a convertible, and I got one off of Marketplace. This simply clips onto the roll hoop. Now when I'm driving down the highway, I can just simply flip this guy up, and it's incredibly pleasant in here on the highway. Like, you can be driving 120 in this, and it's like calm and pleasant. Now I wish at this point in the video we could just give it a nice clean and drive around, but we have that check engine light and we know that the injector seals are bad, so let's look into that. Being from 1990, this is pre-OBD2, so you can't just stick a normal dongle in here, but it turns out to read the codes, you don't even need one. With the key in the on position and the engine off, you just hold down this button right here for 3 seconds. And then you count. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then you can look at the fault code table, that's right here, and see that 8 means the altitude pressure signal from ignition control module is illogical. With a bit of research, that's pointing towards the problem that we already knew we had, those injector seals. So let's blow all of this apart again and see what we can do. The fuel system in this is a Bosch KE Jectronic. It's technically electronic fuel injection, but it's just a couple transistors bolted onto a mechanical fuel injection system from the 70s, and they're freaking complicated. How exactly it works, I'm not totally sure, but when the throttle body's open, the air pushes down this little plate here, and that somehow tells this how much fuel you need. Another name for this system is CIS, or Continuous Injection System, which means these injectors basically never turn off while the engine is running. That means that this system is incredibly good at turning large quantities of premium gasoline into a bit of forward progress and a lot of agony at the pump. I don't want to bash this system too much. According to robm.uk on the Benz World forum, this is the most powerful M119 and also the fastest R129 because of the 4-speed transmission. The later 5 speeds weren't as quick, but it consumes gas like a pig. And try and get the throttle linkage here out of the way. It's not out all the way, but that's good enough to get at what we need to. There we go. Here's some of the fuel injectors. I do think that the cold start problems are because one of these is stuck open and just kind of losing all of the fuel pressure because it's just dumping it in there and then flooding the engine, and it's a whole friggin' thing. I should definitely be replacing every single one of these, but we're not going to because they're about $60 each, and then tax and shipping and stuff, we're looking at over $600 for 8 of them. If I thought that everything else was working perfectly, then I would go through and just get new injectors and hopefully everything would be great. But this entire fuel system just scares the hell out of me, and all of the different components are really expensive and tough to find. So I think we should just EFI convert the whole thing and just solve all our problems. Now I do that 4 more times and all the injectors are out. Well, I found another leak right here. Well, this is quickly turning into way more of a bodge job than I was hoping for. These are quite cracked, and I did want to just replace them along with everything else around the injectors, but of course, 36-year-old car, these weren't readily available. But you know what is readily available? JB Weld. I hate this. I hate this so much. This is not how I wanted for this to be going. Here we have one of those old injectors. Now, for reference, here's the new seal. Do you see how it's like nice and pliable and easy to move? Well, these old ones are so dry and absolutely awful that we've determined this is the best way to get them off. Just crumbling. Ugh. I throw just the tiniest bit of O-ring lube on here, and then the new seal can go on the injector. Ugh. The JB weld has dried, and there's just one thing I need to do before everything goes back in. I'm wrapping some high temp Tessa tape around it. There's no reason to do this other than I don't want the JB weld to be visible. Tiny bit of O-ring lube on all of the O-rings, and now we can start installing these. Oh, please do not break old rubbers. That would be truly tragic.
Always fun working on old cars.
Yeah, especially ones with questionable parts availability. I'm trying to figure out which way this is supposed to go. I should have taken pictures.
It feels like a fidget toy.
Yeah. Fidget toy of really brittle old rubber. Now it is injector time. I did spray brake clean through these guys, and one of them seemed like it was really unhappy when I started and became happier as I sprayed more brake clean through it. So with any luck, that has solved our issues, but we shall see. This plate now needs to go on. We need to line up the injectors with it. And then once I start screwing them in, I need to be incredibly careful that all of the O-rings and stuff are going on correctly. You know, on a cold start, I think that's the best it's ever sounded. So maybe we fix something. Yeah. Yeah, we can just clear the code here. So hold for 3 seconds. Wait for the 8 lights to go. Now we hold this for 10 seconds. 1 long blink, and we should be good. That's a win if it doesn't come back on in an hour. Now we can finally get to the part of the video that I am the most excited for, giving this a polish. I don't know if this was left under a tree or maybe someone washed it and didn't wipe off the soap or whatever, but there's a bunch of this hazing and it's kind of foggy looking. I think this paint can become 100 times better with just a bit of elbow grease. First, we give the whole thing a wipe down with some isopropyl alcohol. That's just to get rid of random crap. Then apply a piece of painter's tape so that you can show everyone how good the before and after is. Normally you do this left to right, but the right side of this is way worse, so it wouldn't really be a fair comparison. Then we're going to clay bar it. This right here just picks up dirt and crap that might be stuck in your paint. You simply spray some of this stuff on there and wipe this around. It'll start off feeling kind of gritty, and when it feels really nice and smooth, that means you're good. Even just a clay bar can really wake up stuff that's being constantly hit by crap, like your mirrors here. That's a pretty good start for just like 20 seconds. And if you have an open top car with a completely borked soft top actuation, just protect the interior a bit. The polish can't hurt it if you leave it on there for too long. Then apply some polishing compound to your polisher and go to town. Here we go. Okay, we kind of screwed up and the polish got on the control side of the hood, and when we wiped it off, it definitely polished because it looks way better than it did before, but it's better. It's not as good as I was hoping for. We kind of realized while we were going through this that the hood was resprayed at some point and clear coated, whereas all of the rest of the paint is single stage, so it's better. Like if we kind of look over here, you can see like all of this junk that's on the side is gone now, but it didn't wake up like the rest of the car. Like if you look at the side here, I polished that yesterday and like the rest of the car is friggin' mint.
That's easy to fix. Just change the hood to a carbon fiber one.
Oh yeah, sure. I'll just go out and get a carbon fiber hood for R129. I'm sure those are super cheap, Andy.
Yeah.
Frig, you can see just like all through here and especially there, like the clear's just gone. We'll need to do something to fix that, but it's not totally coming back, sadly.
Yeah, you can just tell like the hood is orangey and the side is red.
Yeah. Oh, the front bumper at least is turning out how the rest of the car did. Like you can see on this side how it's all just hazy and doesn't pop, and then with just a quick polish, it totally came back. Hell yeah.
I got Alex a present. Hopefully he doesn't kill me.
Oh God.
Nothing.
What the hell is this?
It's culture.
There's no way that's comfortable. They're kind of comfy, I'm not gonna lie. Why are these comfortable? I've only ever sat in them in ruined seats before, so I assume that they were terrible. All right, we're going along. We're in second gear because this normally only uses 3 unless you hit the kick down. There we go.
Okay, well, first gear now.
And it's so satisfying. It's like pretty smooth, and then you hit 4,000 RPM, the variable valves come in, it's like, bah!
VTEC, German VTEC.
Yeah, German VTEC is so good. Like, it's just so smooth. Like, there we go.
The exhaust sounds sweet.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's such a good sounding engine.
I can see why people are addicted to V8 noise.
Oh yeah.
Oh, here we go, corners.
The handling's not actually too bad, but you need to really get used to it. It's a bit wafty. There's a comical amount of steering play. It's a steering box, and you know, not like a rack and pinion or anything like that. The ball joint's a little bit not great. The rear suspension's just totally shot. But despite all of those problems, it still handles better than most modern cars.
I mean, like, the chassis rigidity is phenomenal.
Yeah, the chassis rigidity is great. Like, I don't feel any cowl shake or anything like that.
Like, that's just solid. Like, we just hit a pothole, it was solid.
Yeah, it's shockingly good. Like, that's one thing that Mercedes really talked about was like how friggin' stiff they made this thing, and like, they're right.
Yeah, when you put a lot of material on this freaking body, like, it's stiff.
If you have 2 Miatas of weight, you can have 2 Miatas of stiffness.
Like, how, 2 Miatas?
Nearly.
Oh my god, this thing is heavy.
Little corner.
Heck yeah! It feels heavy. Holy crap. Oh my god, why is the steering wheel so big?
It's so huge.
Like, it feels like I'm driving a bus.
400 millimeter steering wheel. Let's go, boys.
Oh my god, I didn't even notice the steering, like, the slop.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Like, right now, I'm actively, like, you know, turning my steering wheel.
We are going straight.
And we're going straight. We need to fix that. This is not safe.
Well, you say that's not safe, but like, you get in like a modern Kia or even like brand new 2026 RAV4, and the electronic steering is so overcooked. Like, it's worse than this.
True. Yeah, that's true.
Like, this thing right here going 120 around a corner, so much better than a stupid Kia.
Let's overtake.
There we go.
There we go. Man, she's quick.
Yeah. 322 horsepower is not too bad.
Yeah, no. This thing is designed for Autobahn.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess that's cool.
And you kick her down on the highway and it friggin' goes.
This is fun.
All right, Andy, so you don't start in second. You want to come down here,
Oh.
put it into B, and then you can bang it off the limiter if you want.
Fast and Furious style.
Yes. So huge thanks for watching. Hit like, get subscribed, and of course, have a great old day. See you later.
Subscribe.